Zimaleta. In today's video, I'm driving a 2003 Dodge Sprinter, Mercedes Sprinter, whatever this thing is. It's a Dodge. But anyways, I just bought it and it's got some issue. I was told it's a lemon. So let me explain some things to you and show you some things on the dash. First of all, I'm driving on cruise control and it seems to be working just fine, which is great. I don't have to deal with ABS sensors. As you can see, there's a check engine light on. That means there's a code there somewhere. When I tested it with my unit right there, it has 8 codes. So I'm not gonna get into what the codes actually are because it's not giving me specifics for what the problem is. But as of yet, this van does have a starting issue. One thing to note, it does have this light that's on. That light means that it's got water inside of the fuel filter. So another thing it had is it had a dead battery. So a solution for that would be basically you could drain the fuel filter, but a better one would be is to replace it. So we're gonna go ahead and replace that. This is just a window washer fluid light. So we just need some fluid in there. That's gonna go away. It had low water fluid level in the radiator. So we put some water in there, just a little bit, and actually that worked just fine. So we're gonna find out what the check engine light is about and take care of that issue. What I was told, guys, is that the rear end on this van, that it's out, basically it's bad. But when I'm driving it, and as long as it's in gear or you got your foot on the gas, it does not make any noise. But when I let go my foot off the gas pedal, then it starts making noise. So I'm not sure what that could be because the rear end seems to be okay. It might be low on rear end fluid. So when you let go of the gas, it sort of goes into kind of like, almost kind of like a neutral mode, just like rolling, you know, and it might just be dry, so it's making that sound. So another thing is the drive shaft, I can tell it's got some shakiness to it. So the carrier bearings might be bad drive shaft. It's not terrible yet, but there is some shakiness about 40 miles an hour. At 60 miles an hour or above, the shakiness goes away, which is great. So, what else? It's got a brand new high pressure fuel pump. It's got a brand new fuel rail. Also, they gave me a brand new fuel rail sensor, which is great. Those things are not cheap. And I was told, let's see, what else? I was told that the fuel injectors might be bad. So I actually picked this up at a mechanic shop. So one of my friends sold this van to me, and you know, they would just keep replacing one thing after another. But I can tell you guys, from driving this van, I mean, it barely started now, but driving it drives great. It's got a good pickup, even though it's like it should be limp mode. But these 2002 to 2003, it is a mechanical turbo. It is not electronically actuated turbo. So the limp mode is going to work a little bit different on this one. So I can tell also it's got a brand new, or at least new, blower motor. That's nice. The reason I think they think it's fuel injectors, you know, just from guessing, is because it has a poor startability, and because they did replace fuel rail, they did replace high pressure fuel pump. They actually added a electronic fuel pump inside of the fuel tank, which is not a thing on these older vehicles. The high pressure fuel pump takes care of the whole business. So this one's got electronic, you know, fuel pump, which is great inside of the fuel tank, or so I'm told. Okay, so that's definitely a positive. That being said, this van only has 260,000 miles. The front tires look great. The rear tires slightly worn, but still looking good. It's got good brakes. It's got no ABS issues, which is nice. I do already have injectors to install it just in case, but I always like to start with something small. For instance, replacing that fuel filter. That's gonna be my first thing. And of course I need to check back with that mechanic. I'm sure they already replaced the oil. I need to find out when it was replaced and then replace it. But other than that, this van is the shortest van I ever bought. It is not the long one, which is kind of exciting. It is a tall roof short van, which is kind of great because I've been wanting to get a short one because it is almost kind of like a little Mercedes Sprinter G-Wagon because it's small. And believe it or not, guys, you can install G-Wagon wheels on these things, which is awesome. But anyways, guys, so far so good. It's got a bunch of issues, but we're gonna make videos going over all that stuff, and I will test fuel injectors if it keeps having fuel injector starting issues. But I'm thinking that the fuel filter should probably take care of it. But I could do a leak down test on the fuel injectors, and we'll find out a little bit more. But anyways, guys, until the next time, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and hit a like in this video for more videos like this, more Sprinter tips, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Guys, I made it home. This is what the van looks like on the outside. It's got some rust, obviously some peeling paint. Other than that, very short. Look at that. It doesn't look bad on this side. It's got like minor dents and things. I'm glad it drove because we came almost from 2 hours away. So looks like the rear lights are on. That is great. And this thing's actually pretty awesome. It's got wooden shelves here. Like, look at this, guys. How beautiful this is. It's got shelves here, and you could, you know, insert stuff in here. And more shelves. This looks like it's made for paint cans, spray bottles. It's like a bigger shelf here, maybe for like a fridge, I don't know. And then got this big wall they built it, and a big, of course, long shelf that goes all the way down. Let's see, does this door even work? Yeah, look, this door works. And it closes good. That's a good plus. I was driving with an open door, but it's fine. And I even had plates. I didn't even know about it. A little dings and dents here. Nothing major. Some dents here. And just overly, it was just sitting for 8 months, guys. I was told it's just nothing but a lemon. But look how good it sounds. It purrs. So now, guys, I'm gonna read the codes, find out what the codes are. First of all, when I was picking this van up, I was sitting at 8 months. We had to use some starting fluid to get it started. Second of all, the battery was completely dead, so I actually brought my own battery. It was nearly charged, but not all the way. So my question is, if I shut this van down right now, will it start back up again? By the way, that brake light, it means I actually applied parking brake. It actually works, which is great. But we do have water inside of the fuel filter, so let's see if we shut it down and it starts back up again. So I'm going to turn the lights off. I want to get the light back on, so let's see, we're going to put it forward. Now let's start it. That's all I get, guys. That is it. So we got it parked. So now we have to figure out what's all that about. So now it's time for me to read the codes. The thing is, it's been telling me there's no fault codes. This is just a generic read, no fault codes. And when I do a Sprinter read, Mercedes Sprinter read, it gives me 8 codes, but it just gives me codes without the definitions. I do have a star diagnostic system, but I'm surprised. Why isn't there any codes coming up? I kind of figured once I shut the vehicle down, maybe something's gonna come back, but no codes. No matter what I tried to do to read the generic scan, which gives me just the generic codes and definitions, it just would nothing would happen. I unplugged it, replugged it, did all kinds of stuff. But anyways, this is a code that it's displaying without the definition. I'm not going to delete them because I want to know what they are. So I gotta look these things up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up my star diagnostic system for a different video and find out what this stuff is. But before I do that, I would need to obviously take care of this fuel filter situation. I might just go ahead and replace this fuel filter and pour something inside the fuel tank. I think there's some stuff like heat, it's called, it gets rid of water. At least it says it does. So let's try to start it like one more time. Let's see what happens. And that's all it does.